Last night I went ahead and took the took this all apart, got it all off. I had a real hard time. The cluster is the first thing that had to come off that was on there, and trying to get this thing off the axle was a hell of a chore. And then this was behind it, well, not this one, but this is the old one. This was behind it with this colic holding the axle on, which would be this one and that. Anyway, because this is aluminum, it was galling up. Mainly what was problem was, for both of these, as far as I'm concerned, was when my bicycle mechanic replaced the bearings in the back. When he put the keyways in, he damaged them a little bit. He put burrs on them, so of course when I went to take them off, they were hitting on the burrs, so I had to take some machinist type little files, such as this one, and a deburring tool, and I had to get in there and clean those little keyways up. I put everything in a bag so we wouldn't lose it. But here's the keyway. This is the one one of the ones I had cleaned up, and kind of see it's, yeah, I had to get in there and try to get because he had burrs like around the edge right there, and when this was coming over it, it was hanging up, and but once I got the burrs off and kind of cleaned it up, it seemed to come off, except for it would slide off, except for when it got down to the very edge here. It seems like my mechanic or somebody had been pounding on this, and it mushroomed it a little bit, so it's very difficult to get it off of that edge. But I finally got it. I filed the edges down to try to get all that mushrooming off. So I'm going to take the old one, which I think is, yeah, this one. This is the old one. The reason why I know it's old is because I took all the set screws out of it. And what I don't understand, this is the old one, and that slips right on, no problem. Okay? Now, take the new one. This is the new one. It has the set screws in it. Now, you figured that would just slide right on, right? Not a chance in the world. I mean, that almost feels like a press fit. So I don't know what the deal is, but see, it's stuck now. There it goes. So what I think I'm going to do is, I think this is still mushroomed a little bit, and I think when I took off the other one, it kind of removed some of the material. But I think I'm going to get me a good file and start filing this edge a little bit until this slides on right, because I took a micrometer and I checked. I can't really get in to check the other side, but this was running about 750 thousandths. And a little less. This could be a problem. I'm in the keyway there. Let's get out of the keyway. Okay, I got 746, and then on the old one I got 746. So 740. So I understand. So I think I'm going to try and do that filing on the axle and see if that will allow me to get the brake drum on, because I'm gonna. Okay, this is the new hub. Okay, I left the set screws in that. You see, I got the set screws pretty much backed all the way out. So the other ones I took the set screws out, so I know which one's the old, which one's the new. So I've been filing on this a little bit, and I'm gonna just a little bit more right in there. It seems like that edge is the edge I was talking about that I thought got messed up. And around the other side of the keyway there. Let's see what we got. Hopefully that will fix my problem. See if it, hey, it's on. That was the problem. Still sliding a little bit tight in some spots. Oop, I just popped the bearing out. That's good. All right, I guess we're ready to put this thing back together. So that'll be the next segment. Okay, there's right in here. You see all the different marks from the set screw. I just want to remove these burrs. So. Okay, I think I'm going to take that out because it's not even going into the keyway. It's not in there right. Oh shit. Alright. Oh, maybe I can knock it out like that. Alright, I need to try to get that keyway out. Maybe. There we go. Alright. Maybe I didn't have it positioned right. That looks like it's down all the way. Let's see if it slides in. Yep, that's it. Got it. There, that's the way I like it to fit. Okay, so the brake's in place. I just got to make sure this looks like it's lined up. You know, just a little teeny bit, not much. I'm making sure that this is lined up to where the brake strap mounts. And now we're just going to, I might as well use the other one. I have to find it. Can't find it right now. So, has 2 set screws. Now, when I took this apart, because my bicycle mechanic had to take it apart to replace the 2 axle bearings. Anyway, when I went to take this apart, I only had 1 set screw, and the 2 set screws that were holding the cluster together were loose as a goose. I'm lucky I didn't lose the screws. The set screws, that's how loose they were. If you could reach in there with your finger, you could unscrew it with your finger. So, I don't understand what that was about, but yeah, this is what I'm looking for right here. This will give me a little bit more leverage, good and tight, good and tight. Let's see how that free spins. Get this out of the way. Well, this would be a good time to indicate this. So we're going to set up the indicator on it next now. See how this is free spinning? It looks good. So everything looks square. Here's my indicator. Got it on a good solid block there, plus the thing, so it's good and sturdy. Okay, I'm not going to bother with the 0, but as you can see, this is awesome. About 6 thousandths. That's their tolerance, so that's about what the other one's running. So we're good. So I don't understand why it's not going on. Let's try it again. There we go. That should just slide right in. Just line it up. Yeah. Went right in. Alright, we're good. Now I just gotta make sure that it's lined up. So now we gotta do the chain thing here. Because the gear I had it on was on low. Ooh. That's on. Yeah. Look and see, make sure that's lined up with the. Ooh. Looking. Let's go this way a little bit more. That looks pretty close. Maybe just a little bit more. That's real close. Right there. That's it. I want to tighten it up right there. Okay. Make sure my key it's not sliding with it, so that's a bummer. So, there we go. I know that needs to be close to the edge. I think that's pretty good. The keyway's right there. We're on it. I should like to push it forward just a little bit more. I'm happy with that. Alright. I'm going to tighten the keyway first. Oh, that's the 14. Forgot. Okay. That one's snug. Okay, that one's snug. Now, final tighten. It's the right size. I don't think this is the right size. It isn't. I don't know if it's smaller. Yeah. Must be a standard. Well, I don't want to strip them, so that's probably why they weren't tight. My standards right here. Well, maybe this one. Let's try this one first. Too big. This gotta be it. Let's go on this top one first. Well, for crying out loud. Quit turning on me, you fuck. Oh, that's too big too. One more. That has to be it. Yeah, it's standard. That's why it was stripping. And I feel better. There. It's good and tight. Now I did put some grease on the threads. I greased the axle on the inside. What else did I do? Well, anyway, let me pedal this thing so I can get it in the right gear, because I don't know what's going on here. Okay. I know it needs a cable adjustment because I wasn't getting all the gears anyway. I wasn't getting the highest gear right here. So I need to take it down and have it tuned up. So it looks like all the gears are working okay. I guess the next thing we'll do is put on the brake strap and the wheel and see how it freewheels. Okay, we got the new brake strap here. I'm gonna put the bag here. Okay, this is for if you're going to use a cable system. We're not using a cable system, so we don't need that slug. We do need this. We do need that. I think I need a new car key, but we don't need it right away. Alright, so this is pretty straightforward. What I usually like to do is just put it on and see how it looks. It needs to be shaped a little bit. And how we do that is we just take it and you tuck one side into the other and the other side into the other, something like that, and then put it back on. Okay, that's better. Spread it out just a little bit. Okay, let's put our pin in. This is the pin for the brake. Now the reason why I want to arch that a little bit so that it has a little bit tighter fit, it gives you a little bit more spring to the brake once you hook it up. Okay, now we'll do the fun part. The Carter key goes in there, but I'm not going to log that for the moment. Okay, stick that through there. And line that up. Stick that through there. And put that on. Alright, it's kind of loosely put together. Now let's go ahead and tighten these all up. What I need. that. I don't tighten that up until I get, because that's how I generally adjust my brake. I'll show you what I mean by that. I'm going to run this in. Pretty much the way I got the other one ran in. Very even. Oh, sorry about that. Should be pointing down, I hope. I don't know what angle we're at now. Okay, I can feel it tightening up on the, you don't want it that tight, so we're going to back it off. So there's like at least a 1/4 inch. That's what I use. Hi, Mugs. Hi, Mugs. My buddy Mugs. He's quite a character. Okay, well, that's pretty much on. I mean, I may have to arch this. I don't know yet. But I'm gonna kind of adjust this down a little bit and I'll tighten this up. Okay. 7/16 for that one. Get it close where I want it. I kind of push down a little bit. I don't tighten it real tight, just snug. It's still dragging. Maybe not. Won't know until we put the tire on. So that's our next step, put on the tire. We're getting there. Wheel. Okay. There we go. Okay, let's move this out of the way. Move that out of the way. Yeah, these are directional tires. Make sure the direction's right. Filthy dirty now. Yep, they're right. Okay. Now, dry bolts. That's what they're doing. Yep, that's what they're doing. What I used to do is I go ahead and, because you have nylon, these are the lock nuts, the nylock on them, so that makes it nice. You don't have to deal with washers. I like that. Be able to put a washer in there if you wanted to. Well, thank you, Eli. Anyway, that's pretty much it. All I got to do now is put on the basket and reset the seat, and we're good. The problem is now I can't test right because it's raining outside. No biggie. Sorry about that. This is always hard to get on because of the paint buildup. Okay. Now what I like to do is get the bottom lined up first. Line up the top. Okay. Stick a bolt through. Okay, it's not quite lined up. Come on. No washer on the other side. Just a lock nut. Don't know why. They'll put a washer on it. Just okay, that's in pretty tight. The top one. There we go. There we go. Now, just need my wrenches. This bottom one first. Now just the seat. Drop that back. Take off the quick release here. Eventually I want to glue up a little cork in here and on the sides here, so when I slide it I don't scratch it up. So I'm not going to do any touch-up paint on this until I can get a little bit of cork. But because of the clearance, that could be a real problem. So I don't know yet. Figure out something so it doesn't scratch the shit out of it. Well, mainly on the top anyway. There ain't that much clearance in there either. That might not work. Okay, turn it out. I'm gonna set this where I think it was at before, which I think it was right about there. Okay, locked. Okay, best way to find out, set in it. I even clear the bar with my knee pads on, so that's good. We're good. Now we got everything on it. I just want to check it one more time. Make sure it's free spinning good. There we go. Release the brake. Okay, brake's off. Let's give this a couple good turns. See what we got. Much better. Yeah, that's free spinning real well. Now that wobbling is normal. That's what I'm being told. And this little bit of wobbling on here is normal. Any of the three-wheelers, from what the mechanic told me, any of the three-wheelers you see will have the same kind of result. Because I thought he didn't true up this rim very well, which may be the case. I won't know until I'm going to buy me one of these rim truer things. You can use them for motorcycles or bicycles. It's like 200 bucks, but I think it's worth the money because I can make some money off it, to be honest. Because, you know, I know how to true up rims. So, but I'd rather have, you can see how that, and I know it's not the axle that's causing that, because the axle is, what, 3 or 4 thousandths, and that's wobbling way out of 3 or 4 thousandths. That's definitely not trued up. Considering the work they did over on that, I had them true up the rims. I don't think they did a very good job on that either. So it looks like something I'll have to do, or take it to a bike shop that knows what the fuck they're doing, or cares. Anyway, it's all done. I'm happy with the way it's freewheeling. We're all good.